Jumbo. Hello, how you doing? Hump day. Today is Wednesday, the fourth day of the week, the middle of the work week. I was sitting here looking at how a lot of these passport brothers, you know, are going to the Philippines. And I was like, Cody, me, I know this Paul Robeson. And Mr. Paul Robeson said that blacks, men and women, bled and died to make this country what it is. So I'm not going to leave this country so that those who had nothing to do with the elevation of this country get to reap all the rewards. I'm just not. And then I ran across another video of the culture shock, as they call it, of living in the Philippines. Now, let me say this before I start one more time. I got nothing against nobody, but at the same time, these people teach how people like me are worthless, as they don't even know how to use a toilet. Let me say that again. Do not even know how to use a toilet. I'm looking at the biggest culture shock in the Philippines for foreigners is sit on the toilet and then wash your butt with your hands with a big pail of water next to you. You take this hand, you wash your booty. This hand, you dip the water. Then you rinse your booty. And then you take this same one and dip it, wash your hand off. And then you get soap in it. But I don't see a sink. So I'm looking at her spilling all this water on the floor. Then she said something about how the older ones, they get naked before they take a dump because they shower or bathe afterwards. Really? I don't believe that part of it, but it's just the thought of, let me see. They are brought up to sit on the toilet, flush the dump, or wipe your butt. If you use toilet paper, wipe your butt and put that in the trash can. Which, let me see, if you put toilet paper in the trash can, then aren't you fumigating the area with waste? You're defeating the purpose of the toilet. Sir MrThomas Elkins, a black man, of course, created the toilet. Created plumbing because the outhouse is an outhouse is an outhouse. What turns it into the toilet is plumbing. Period. Period. Because without plumbing, it's just an outhouse. Sir MrThomas Elkins did not create the toilet or the chamber commode. He created plumbing. They just don't want to say plumbing because the essence of the toilet is plumbing. One more time. Without plumbing, it's an outhouse. Sir MrThomas Elkins changed it from an outhouse by adding plumbing. One more time. See, I am in love with He who created me because He made sure that the things that I have to go through, I just have to go through. You see, it's not about me, but those who came before me and those who will come after me and who will seek truth and the understanding of how all these people who teach their culture, how they above us. But at the same time, you so above me that what my forefather created, you don't even know how to use it. The whole purpose of the toilet is you put the boo-boo in there, you flush. See, they so can't use their brains that they want to put the boo-boo in there, then the paper. See, no, put the boo-boo in there, flush. Wipe your butt, put the paper in there, flush. Wipe your butt, put the paper in there, flush. It's easy. It's easy. No water on the floor. No water in what's that magical word they call it? What do they call it? The dipper. Yeah, it's a dipper. You can when you go yeah. And to make it even more realistic is that I have experienced living in an environment where there was no plumbing. So there was outhouses and you just go out in the bushes. Yeah, and this was in 1981. I never forget that in 1981. I left from Ohio and moved to Georgia. When I moved to Georgia, I moved into the real live woods. Yes. 2 stores and a post office. Yeah, I moved from the city, 100-some thousand people, to 2 stores and a post office. Yes. But it was prepping me and getting me ready for where I am now. One more time. That was what, 21, 22? Here I am, 6'5", and all that gets to come back to make me realize that I went through that so that I could understand and comprehend. Understand what I'm saying? That's how I learned how to build a fire and all that good stuff. Yes, while I was in that great state of Georgia. Yes, from 81 to 88. And I came out here and been out here ever since. But anyhow, let's get back to Sir MrThomas Elkins. From this day forward, when you go to sit down, realize and recognize that plumbing, it ain't the toilet. Plumbing, it ain't the toilet. It's plumbing. Sir MrThomas Elkins created plumbing. Another exceptional black man who created this 3 W's stuff. 3 W's stuff. 3 W's changed the whole wide world. Now, he allowed them to tell our foreparents, you can't use what your foreparent created, because it was a time. As the world is shrinking, now it's time. Because it's no longer, oh, I didn't know. What do you mean you didn't know? What do you mean you didn't know? This will tell you if you really want to know. See, if you want some knowledge, as y'all think you got knowledge, see, there's so many, man, let me Google that. Because when I said feed the potter's girl on the head over a lamp, why should I believe that? Let me Google that. So Google it. Google it. One more time. YouTube it. What is it? The biggest culture shock in the Philippines for foreigners. We sit on the toilet, dump in the toilet, wipe our butt with toilet paper if we use toilet paper, but we put that in the trash can. So that the next person behind me gotta smell me because I left me in the trash can. But the toilet I'm sitting on, I'm gonna flush that, but I'm not gonna flush the paper. Because then it may get then if you one more time. It's easy. It's simple math. If you put too much into anything, it's going to clog it up. Put a little in, flush it. Put a little in, flush it. Put a little in, flush it. How you gonna sit up there, take a big ass giant dump, and then fill it up with toilet paper, and then wonder why it didn't go down? It's not built for that. Take a dump. As you dump, you flush. As you dump, you flush. Wipe, flush, wipe, flush. It's impossible for it to get plugged. For real. But see, then you got to really use this. I'm looking at take a big bucket, a big ass barrel full of water with a what's the name for it? The dipper, so that you can dip. Okay. Wipe your butt with your naked hand, dip the water, pour the water over your hand, over your butt, then dip, do it again, then dip, rinse your hand, get some soap, wash your hand, dip. Some kind of waste shit gonna get on that dipper. I'm just trying to figure out, you doing all this rather than sit, wipe, flush, wipe, flush. And neither hand is dirty. Neither hand. But they so much better. They get over here and they better than me though. And don't know how to use a toilet. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't tolerate that. That's why I don't tolerate that. You can't disrespect me. And you don't know how to use a toilet? A toilet. But you better than me. As you imitate everything I do, but you call it your what? Your culture. The first thing you can tell me how what? Cool you are. One more time. I ain't got nothing against nobody. But what I will not tolerate is the disrespect of my forefathers who made it possible for me to be. One more time. Sir MrThomas Elkins created plumbing. One more time. Because without Sir MrThomas Elkins, it's an outhouse. It's an outhouse. They put all these different names and these different words on it to disguise what it truly is. A black man taking care of the what? 3 W's, the 3 W's, the 3 W's changed the whole wide world. As always, Asante Sana. Thank you very much. Moji Gupenda, one love. Baraka. Blessings. Amani kutoka yuku. Peace from above. Enjoy your hump day. Don't work too hard. Enjoy your hump day.